Hello, basementeers. Mike Stevens here with Alan Rowland.
Hi guys.
We are your Smith sales representatives here today to give you a goggle. Why can't I say goggle? A goggle product knowledge clinic. Alan's going to give you the nuts and bolts on the product. I'm just going to let you know that in all of your departments is this Smith binder. Within this binder, you will find all of the product knowledge that we're going to talk to you today about. It's going to give you specifics on every single goggle and helmet that Sports Basement purchased for this year, give you all the specifications on that, and then also going to call out all the technical information that you need, like on goggles with the visual light transmission, the different lenses, and about ChromaPop. So in this binder, you will find all that. You will also find Alan and mine contact information. So whenever you need to call us, you have a question, please feel free to reach out. We'll answer any question. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. I'm going to let Alan give you some product knowledge on the goggles, and I'll be back at the end to check in with you.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. Alan Rowland here with Smith, and I'm going to talk about first a couple of things that are exclusive to Smith. In the sunglass department and in the goggle department, you're going to see ChromaPop. You see POP from us that says Amplify Awesome. So basically what ChromaPop does is it helps filter out color for the human eye once you put a polycarbonate lens in front of it. So when you look at reds and greens and blues, the human eye can see all of those pretty easily on their own. When they start blending together, reds, blues, and greens, it becomes confusing to the eye and it's a little bit tougher to see through a polycarbonate lens. So ChromaPop is just a filtering system that makes the color clarity and the color perception much better when you're looking through one of our sunglasses or goggles. And it is exclusive to Smith, so you can see better color perception and by default better depth perception as well. So that's ChromaPop. In your binders also, one of the most confusing things about goggle lenses, I think, is which ChromaPop lens should you choose for yourself or for your guest as they're shopping with you. So as you look at the sun column here, and then an everyday column, and then a low light or a storm column, they talk about VLTs, and that's visible light transmission. So everything in this bright light column, like a bluebird, very sunny day, are going to have very low numbers for visible light transmission, like maybe 9 to 13% of the light is going to come through this lens. So they're fantastic for a really bright light bluebird day. When you start looking at the everyday lenses, you're going to see those numbers get a little bit higher, a little bit more light comes through, maybe 20, 23, 25%. And in the storm conditions, low light conditions where it's flat light, you're going to see those lenses like roses and yellows at around 50% visible light transmission. So on all the dual lens goggles where you get a bonus lens, like say the Squad at $100 comes with 2 lenses, and everything on up from there comes with 2 lenses, you're going to get usually a sun lens or an everyday lens along with a low light lens. Okay, so refer to this page in your binders and it will demystify that for you and for your guests. The first thing I want to talk about is a new technology we introduced last year. This is called the 4D Mag. And the big deal about this goggle is the field of view has been increased on the lower half of the goggle by about 25%. So why is that important? Most of the time when you're looking at a goggle and you've got this up against your face, you're looking at foam and you're looking at frame instead of what you're looking at. So if you look very closely, you might want to take the camera and kind of zoom in on this lower half of this 4D, and I'm going to just tilt it a little bit and you can see how it's curved. So when you look down in this goggle, you've got 25% more field of view and more peripheral vision rather than looking at foam and frame. So this is going to come in at $280. It is ChromaPop. It's a spherical lens, and we'll talk about spherical versus cylindrical in just a moment. The important thing for any of our mag technology goggles to remember is that the lens change is super easy. And we're finding that we're selling a lot more mag technology than non-mag. People are willing to pay the extra money for the ease of the lens change. So to change the lenses on this, it's a really simple, just push these little outriggers here and push an outrigger here. Grab the goggle and just sort of rip it. It's going to come right off. move that camera back a little bit, Mike, and we can just see how easily that comes off. And then there's 9 magnets that just allow this to pop back in. So if we were going to change from a sunny day lens to a low light lens, that's as easy as it gets. And then you just close up these little outriggers, and then you're done with the lens change on the 4D mag. Very important to grab one of these out of your showcase, practice amongst yourselves, because if you mess up this presentation, your guests are not going to buy this goggle from you, nor will they buy any other goggle that has a lens change, okay? Next in the lineup at $240 is the IO Mag, and this comes in 3 different sizes this year. There's an XL, which is actually over the glass. It's a much bigger fit. There's a medium size, which you guys bought, and then there's also a small size, all at the same price for different face sizes. Both the 4D Mag and the IO Mag come with a 3-layer face foam, and on the inside of the goggle, treated with our best anti-fog coating. And I'm gonna ask Mike to grab the camera and zoom in on how to change this lens as well, because this is quite easy. And I always do it the same way. I grab the lens with my left hand, and I take my right thumb, and I just press on this little outrigger here, push on the outrigger, and just give this a nice pull, and that's gonna come right off really easily. And there's 7 magnets on this, which allow this to magnetize right back on. And you can hear an audible click, and that's it. That's your lens change for an IO Mag or the IO Mag S, which is a smaller version, all at $240. So these are spherical lenses. What is a spherical lens? What does that mean? So if you think about a sphere, like a beach ball or a basketball, it's a perfectly round surface, which is exactly what your eye is. So when you're looking through a spherical lens, you've got a much better clarity of vision, much more peripheral vision, much less distortion than you have with a cylindrical lens. The challenge with this for a goggle maker is that this is an injection molded lens. It costs a lot to make the mold for this, and so the price-wise, the costs come up at wholesale and at retail, and so you're going to see some price increases on our spherical lenses and everybody else's. We're right in the ballpark with everybody on spherical lenses. A cylindrical lens, which is what you're going to see in the squad, these are stamped out and they're much easier to make, and you're going to see the squad at $100. This also comes with a bonus lens. It's chroma pop.